All right, let's get personal. Customer service might not show up in interest rate tables, but when you have a problem or a question, it matters a lot. This is where credit unions blow banks out of the water for many people. Why? Because a credit union is a member-owned cooperative. When you join, you're not a customer. You're a member and part owner. That shift in mindset changes everything. The credit union exists to serve you, not to maximize profit from you. Think about walking into your local credit union branch. Chances are the staff greets you with a smile, maybe even by name after you've been a member for a while. They're often part of your community. They might see you at the grocery store or at local events. There's a sense of local focus and trust. Credit unions tend to provide more personalized customer service than banks. They're typically smaller, community-oriented institutions, which means when you have an issue, say, a strange charge on your account or a question about a loan, they can take the time to really help. One source puts it plainly. Credit unions emphasize customer service and community, whereas big banks often offer a more one-size-fits-all approach. One unhappy bank customer, John remembers a time decades ago when bank tellers knew him personally. These days, his big bank has a call center in another state and endless phone menus, so John gave the credit union a try. On his first visit, a representative sat down with him for a financial checkup. They went over his accounts, suggested better options with lower fees and higher savings rates, and even helped him set up online banking on his phone. John was stunned. He'd never had such personalized support at a bank. At the credit union, they treated him like a neighbor, not a sales target. And that's not an unusual story. Many credit union members report higher satisfaction and trust in their institution. In one nationwide study, overall satisfaction with credit unions scored significantly higher than with banks, especially on issues of trust, helpfulness, and problem resolution. Members often feel loyalty and even love for their credit unions in a way that's hard to imagine feeling for, say, Bank of America or Chase. Why the better service? It circles back to the ownership and mission. Credit union employees ultimately answer to members, not shareholders demanding profits. So, if helping a member with a tough situation, waiving a fee or finding a creative solution makes that member happy, the credit union has done its job. Contrast that with a giant bank. Waiving too many fees or taking extra time with one customer doesn't boost their bottom line, so there's less incentive. It's not that bank employees are bad people, they're not, but they operate in a system driven by profit. Credit unions operate in a system driven by people helping people. It's even often their motto. Also, credit unions are deeply involved in their communities. They sponsor local events, financial education workshops, and charitable causes. This community connection can give members a sense of pride and trust. You know your money is staying local, helping your neighbors get loans, and not just feeding an out-of-state corporate machine. For people in their 50s and up, who might remember when banking felt personal, credit unions bring that feeling back. It's like banking with a handshake and a smile, coupled with modern conveniences. Speaking of which, yes, credit unions have mobile banking apps and ATMs too, often through shared networks, so you're not sacrificing convenience in most cases. You're gaining service without really losing anything important. In short, with a credit union you get personalized, human-centered service. You're a member owner, so your institution's success is your success. When you have an issue, you can expect empathy and effort to solve it. As one J.D. Power banking expert noted, top credit unions excel at supporting members and providing convenience, significantly more than banks in key trust-building actions. It's service with a heart, something money can't buy. But that can make all the difference in your financial journey. Now let's tackle the bane of many bank customers: fees. Hidden fees, monthly fees, overdraft fees, you name it. Banks have turned fee charging into an art form. For decades, big banks raked in billions through overdraft and maintenance fees that quietly drain your hard-earned cash. How do credit unions compare? They generally charge far fewer and lower fees than banks, thanks again to that not-for-profit model. We already saw one example: overdraft fees. The average overdraft fee at the largest banks was about $35, as of a few years ago, while the average at credit unions was around $26. That's a $9 difference on each occurrence. So if you've ever had a rough month where you overdrafted a few times, that adds up fast. And some credit unions even limit the number of overdraft fees per day or offer grace periods. In fact, Credit union members end up paying less than half in total checking account fees annually compared to bank customers, about $72 per year versus $183 per year on average, according to one comprehensive study. Think about that. The typical bank customer was losing almost $183 a year just in various checking fees, while a credit union member lost under $72. Over 10 years, that's over $1,000 staying in a credit union member's pocket instead of going to a bank's fee revenue. Would you rather spend that on your family or give it to a bank? Easy choice! Credit unions are also more likely to offer truly free checking, with no monthly maintenance fee and no hefty minimum balance requirement. Many big banks might charge, say, $10, $15 a month unless you keep a large balance or have direct deposit. Credit unions often waive those fees entirely or set very low requirements. They don't want to nickel and dime you just for having an account. After all, it's your money. As one source notes, fewer fees is one of the most significant benefits credit unions offer. They're more likely to forego monthly fees and other charges that banks routinely impose. And if a fee does come up, credit unions tend to be more upfront about it and may even work with you if it's causing hardship. Remember that personal touch. Let's not forget transparency, because members actually have a say in how the credit union is run. You can vote in board elections, attend annual meetings, so credit unions are under pressure to keep fees fair and understandable. If members are unhappy, the credit union hears about it directly. This member-owner accountability can be a powerful check against the kind of fee creep we see at big banks. Banks answer to shareholders seeking profit. Credit unions answer to the very people who use their services. That's a huge difference in incentive. Narrator, rhetorical flourish. So ask yourself, when was the last time your bank did you a favor on fees? Ever feel like they care if you're struggling? Probably not. With a credit union, you're far more likely to hear, "Hey, we noticed you overdrafted. Can we link your savings to prevent a fee next time?" Or even, "We've got a small line of credit to cover overdrafts, so you won't pay $35 each time." They actively seek to save you money rather than find excuses to charge you. It's a refreshing change, like having an ally in your financial corner rather than an adversary. So we've journeyed through auto loans, credit cards, customer service, and fees. And across the board, credit unions come out on top. Let's quickly recap the key wins. Auto loans. Lower rates and more flexible terms mean cheaper monthly payments and easier approval, even if your credit's not perfect. You're likely to save big on interest and get humane treatment if life throws you a curveball. When it comes to credit cards, credit union cards offer friendlier interest rates, often several percentage points lower, and minimal fees. They're also great for folks who carry a balance or need a second chance to build credit. Why pay 25% interest to a bank when a credit union might give you a similar card at 15%? And customer service? At a credit union, you're a member owner, greeted by name, and treated with respect. The service is personalized, and community-driven credit unions consistently rank high in trust and satisfaction because your success is literally their mission. And fees? Credit unions have fewer and lower fees. Free checking is common, overdrafts cost less, and overall you keep more of your money. Transparency is higher, and policies tend to favor the member, not the corporate bottom line. Now you might be thinking, this sounds great, but can I even join a credit union? The answer is yes. These days, becoming a credit union member is easier than most people think. Many credit unions have broad eligibility. Often just living in a certain area is enough, or working in a particular industry, or having a family member who's already a member. With over 4,000 federally insured credit unions in the U.S., there's a good chance you qualify for one or even several credit unions in your region. Sometimes it's as simple as a small one-time donation to a partner charity or association to become eligible. In short, if you want in, you can likely get in. And once you do, you're an owner and member for life as long as you maintain an account. So here's my challenge to you. Give credit unions a look. If you're tired of being just an account number at a mega bank, or you're sick of high rates and surprise fees, take back control of your finances. Visit a local credit union or hop on their website and see what they offer. You might be pleasantly surprised by the rates and the welcome you receive. Switching banks might feel like a hassle, but think about what staying with a bad bank costs you in the long run: money, peace of mind, and frustration. Make the move to a credit union and experience the superior service and savings we've talked about today. Your wallet will thank you, and you'll be joining a community of members who look out for each other. It's banking built around people, not profit, and that's a formula we can all get behind. If you found this deep dive useful, give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who's still stuck with a big bank. They might thank you later. Subscribe to our channel for more honest insights to help you make the most of your money. Remember, you work hard for your money. Make sure your money's in a place that works hard for you. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Now go enjoy those credit union benefits. Soon.